Wow. I can't thank Hank and Dan enough, not only for their friendship and for those wonderful comments, but the reality is that U.S. soccer would not be where it is today without their work. Hank was significant in the early professionalization of our sport, and he was a mentor teaching me about FIFA and about the international game. He remains a great friend, obviously, and a worldwide and respected ambassador for our sport. And Dan has built U.S. soccer to make it one of the finest sports organizations in the world. I am sure Dan will soon join Hank and me in this Hall of Fame. I want to congratulate the other inductees, and I am proud to be part of this class. And I commend the Hunts for building this magnificent facility. It is an appropriate legacy for Lamar. This Hall of Fame recognition of me seems unfitting because I am being honored for being involved in a sport that has been a joy for my entire life. I started playing in grade school, and my teammates from high school, college, and later are still my closest friends. My high school and club teammate, Bruce Gitlin, is here tonight from New York. We played together in high school. He went on to college and is a player of the century for his college. Two of my Columbia teammates and I went on to medical school, and all three of us became nephrologists, believe that, and we're still friends today. At Columbia, I was fixed up on a blind date with a Barnard College woman. Not only was she the most beautiful woman I had ever met, but she was also the campus queen, twice in a row. Wow, I had scored a hat trick, and I would not let her go. We've been together for 56 years. In all of my life's endeavors, Georgie has been there as a sounding board and a friend. She has been the foundation of our family by firmly sticking to our values and keeping me grounded. She's been an outstanding example to professional women in the community as a successful CEO and president. And our fabulous children and grandchildren are because of her. Our family, all of whom have attended various World Cups and soccer events, are here tonight, and I'd like to introduce them to you. My son Andy, a successful attorney, and his wife Chantel, a newly appointed county judge, are here from Denver with their children Gabrielle and Brooklyn. Gabrielle, age 5, scored her first goals for her club team this week. My daughter Francesca, an accomplished author and consultant, is here from her home in Rome, Italy, where she has taken advantage of living within walking distance of the AS Roma Olympic Stadium. And her son Tristan plays goalkeeper for his school. My granddaughter Shailene is a business executive, and her husband Kevin are here from Seattle and are avid Sounders fans. Thank you for being here. In 1970, after we moved to Denver, soccer became a more significant part of our family. I played for the local German club, and on weekends, Georgie and our kids would be on the sidelines. My teammates were physicians, lawyers, and engineers. They became the nucleus of our lives in Colorado. When Andy turned 6, Georgie volunteered me to be coach of his recreational team. How many of you have heard that before? And youth coaching became a passion. In our home in Denver, we have a neon sign which shows a stick figure player with a moving ball and the quote, "Dr. Bob's great soccer game of life." As a family, we use the beautiful game as a metaphor for events in our lives. A minor setback is a throw-in, while a major accomplishment is a goal scored. Tonight's event is a hat trick. In 1983, I was elected president of the Colorado Youth Soccer Association. At our first board meeting, our new vice president, Marty Menkemeyer, requested being a delegate to the United States Soccer Federation annual general meeting. I said, "What is that?" We attended our first AGM here in Dallas. We entered the meeting room. There were beer can pyramids on the table, and the crowd was unruly. The Federation was out of money and counted on USOC funding for programs. The national teams were underfunded. The youth organizations and the women's games were in their infancy. The coaching and referee programs had barely been launched. There was tension with the pros. Athletes had no vote. And since there was only a 3-person staff in the Empire State Building, most of the programs for the U.S. Soccer Federation were managed by volunteers. In addition, at that AGM, a person running for national office had just gotten out of jail. I asked myself, what have I gotten myself into? The answers came over the next 35 years, which included 28 years on the board of directors. During that period of time, I've been able to witness and be part of the evolution of soccer in America, from ad hoc groups and teams to a respected, professional, and financially sound mainstream sport. In 1990, we began to restructure the governance and operations of the Federation and U.S. Youth Soccer. In '94, we hosted one of the most successful World Cups in history, and in 1996, started a strong professional league with soccer-specific stadiums and a committed ownership. Our women's national teams, of course, are the best in the world. And the 1999 Women's World Cup was the most important women's sporting event of the 20th century. I firmly believe that. We now have a strong women's professional league. Our athletes are full-time professionals, and there is worldwide recognition of women's soccer. In 2002, we saw our best men's World Cup performance. One of my proudest moments came at a FIFA meeting where the delegates told me that we played better than Germany and, quote, it was a handball. The U.S. was no longer a minnow in world soccer. And believe me, before that, we were called minnows. U.S. Soccer went on to professionalize, increase its staff, spread to 4 locations, which included the Home Depot Center, and we partnered with Phil Anschutz and his group in building that Home Depot Center. We grew the coach and referee training programs, started and grew player development programs, hosted international mega events like the 2003 Women's World Cup, which we did in 4 months. And we have to congratulate Dan, Jay, and MLS for partnering with us to put on that event, which normally takes 4 years to put on. We did it in 4 months and made an $11 million profit while we did it. It was very good. At the same time, and we went on to build a hugely successful commercial operation. At the same time, our member organizations professionalized and made great contributions to grassroots development. These successes are the result of the hard work and dedication of our soccer professionals, the entire volunteer soccer community, and I can't say enough about the volunteers, and our investors and sponsors. We should all be proud of what we have accomplished. This sport has enriched my life and my family's lives during the last 35 years, heck, 65 years. I am thankful for the hundreds of friendships made within the soccer family and for the many opportunities they have afforded me. Now I have gone full circle. I'm back to coaching an under-13 boys team, totally enjoying it even though we lost this morning. And U.S. soccer's future continues to look extremely bright with the hosting under Carlos's leadership of the 2026 World Cup, our women qualifying for 2019, and an exciting pool of young, talented male athletes. Our future is extremely bright. Georgie, I, and our family are looking forward to it all. So thank you all for this honor, and thank you all for what you do for our game.